It's the transfer window, and you know what that means. Thiago Alcantara. Didn't sign him, just a good song, isn't it? Run the intro. Hello folks, welcome back to Saving Derby County, and I have an announcement on the restrictions or lack of restrictions that are going to be applied to my transfer window, and I thought we'd open with that before we crack on. Then I reveal the signings and the levers that have occurred over the last summer days. So the restrictions are, there are no restrictions. We can do what we like. That seemed to be the consensus amongst the comment section, reading it over the last video. People were going, why do you want restrictions? Just go nuts. So we're going nuts. Also, a few people thought that once we'd survived with Derby, that was the end of the series. Oh no, we're going for glory now. And if these transfer signings don't indicate that, then nothing will. Now, not only that, but we have started our season so far as well, so I can get a little bit deeper into the transfer window. Because of the Qatari World Cup, things are a bit chaotic this year, so playing through a little bit of the August period, or the July period, I should say, was pretty pivotal. We've beaten Charlton and Huddersfield in the league so far, and the Carabao Cup victories against Blackburn and Wolves. Remember Wolves from last season who destroyed us? A penalty shootout win. Things are looking up. That 2-0 defeat to Blackpool, though, not our best work. So let's go through some of the signings that we've made, some of the injuries that have occurred. And first, let's start with who's left us, who's abandoned us in our hour of need. Okay, so there's a few to note that left on free transfers to kick things off then. Colin Kazim-Richards has gone. Fantastic hair. I appreciated his work at Sheffield United 15 years ago, but he's left the club. And you already know about a few of these. Ravel Morrison has gone as well. He just didn't want to stay. Fair enough, Ravel. And the one I'm not overly happy about, Liam Thompson's gone as well to Bologna. I'd rather have kept him around because he's just a decent central midfield player, but we've brought plenty of those in, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, you don't want to see a homegrown lad leave, so disappointed. Now this one will probably catch you off guard just a little bit. Ryan Allsop's left, goalkeeper from last season, a man that actually performed pretty well. 13 clean sheets in 44 games in the Championship. That's no easy feat, and has gone to Blackpool and kept a clean sheet again. We actually didn't play. Oh, thank goodness for that. I was concerned immediately there that he kept a clean sheet against us. But no, he's gone as well. Was out of contract, didn't want to sign a new one, and off to Blackpool he went. But this is the big one. Raymond Aziz, a player that I think we really enjoyed last season. 29 years of age now, the Nigerian international, has left us for the massive fee of 6.75 million. And that can go up as well, potentially to 7.5 or even more than that. So it's not too bad. Like, I think it's okay. Bought him on a free transfer, selling him on for a little bit of money. There's a few clauses in there as well. And as I mentioned a moment ago, don't worry, because our central midfield is fine. Now, I know some of you today would have been hoping for Ben Sports News to, reveal the transfers. Sadly for us, he was unavailable. He's got another booking. I don't know what he's doing, but he just text just saying busy in all caps. For those that don't know Ben Sports News, he does the transfer news around here. Looks very similar to me, actually. People have made that remark over the years, but yeah, I'm sure when we get to the Premier League, when we get to the Premier League, that's when he might make an appearance. He's all about the lights. He likes the big moments. So, how have we strengthened this Derby side? Again, no restrictions placed on the transfers that we could bring in. And we're the 14th of August right now. There's still plenty of money to spend. We still have 17 million quid left to spend. But of course, bringing in the money for Aziz, we've still spent a fair whack of money. So spending just over 11 million right now. This was the first man we brought in then, Jake Clark-Salter. Now, for Chelsea fans, you're probably familiar. He's a youth prospect there that has really tried his best to get into the side and so far has failed to do so. So he's joined us on a free transfer, already putting in some really good performances and a goal to his name. Spent last year on loan at Coventry. I just think he's a decent squad player, defender, could play like this regular starter there. We'll see if we bring in any other defenders and where he fits into our squad overall, but I think this is a good addition. Welcome, Jake Clark-Salter. He looks serious though as well, doesn't he? Looks like he means business. He's got the beard I wish I had, basically. Yeah, it's annoying. Next up, a huge outlay for the club. This is the biggest transfer of the summer, so get excited. Elias Chair, 6.75 million. The money we got for Aziz, we reinvested straight into Chair. And yeah, this one is one that could set us apart this season compared to last year. QPR relegated from the Championship, and we have made the most of that by bringing in, as I say, Elias Chair. Can play a number of roles, whether it be central midfield or out wide on the left-hand side. He's crafty. he's tricky, he works hard, and that is all we really need in a side like this. Again, Moroccan international. I'm hoping, again, he can feature in a number of different roles for us, filling across the midfield that we use, of course. And again, we're still strikerless. So, yeah, Elias Chair definitely got a part to play this season. See him, if you like, as the Ravel Morrison replacement. Elias Chair, we like him. He's 5'3", which I didn't know. I knew when signing him, but I didn't know previous to the moment in which I thought we're going to get Elias Chair. Then I was surprised. I thought, oh, okay. Grady Diangana. Now, this is a man that I'm very excited to bring to you. Now, I'm a bit disappointed, if I'm honest. I really wanted to sign him permanently, but that wasn't happening. Failed twice. So what's better than not getting him at all? Loaning him in. So the 24-year-old DR Congolese midfielder joins us. 3 appearances so far this year. He's struggling a little bit, but he's playing that tricky right wing spot that we've had so many issues with. West Brom bought him for £12 million from West Ham, a West Ham player that many West Ham fans didn't want to see leave. We've got him, as I say, on a free transfer, or a loan transfer, I should say. Fantastic acceleration, decent technical ability, some okay mentals in key areas as well. Decision-making might be questionable, but you can see where I've brought him in. Natural on both sides, can definitely be a danger. Very, very pacey, quicker than any winger we had last year, quicker than Sibley, quicker than Ravel Morrison. So welcome Diangana to the squad. I'm very excited. I think he's going to be great. When he finally starts ticking over, I think he's going to be great. Now, if you're not excited about this one, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Welcome to the club, my new central midfield attack. You heard right. Danny Welbeck. Now, the one thing we may be lacking with some of our central midfielders last year is their ability to finish. And with 14 finishing, Danny Welbeck does not lack that. Of course, he can play out wide. He can play on the left. He can play through the middle in a time of desperation. But he's got the physical attributes, the work rate. The passing's a little questionable, as is the tackling, to play central midfield. Now, right now, it's a process and a project. And don't assume that he's going to do it straight away perfectly, right? He's not going to. But at some stage, he's going to blossom into a phenomenal player. Danny Welbeck, of course, Wayne Rooney connections. Give Wayne a ring. Wayne, any players? Danny Welbeck? Yeah, we'll take him. So welcome Danny Welbeck to the team. This is his last hurrah for me in a Derby County shirt. Do not let me down, Danny. Got a history of Danny's, all right? Danny Graham once before, Danny Welbeck now. Do not let me down. Your real name is Daniel as well. So if it gets serious, I will be calling you Daniel. Next up then, with all stop leaving, we needed a backup goalkeeper, a goalkeeper full stop. Karl Darlow joins us then from Newcastle, and a really well-rounded, decent defensive option. Now, he's trained at Forest and Villa. That might be a little bit controversial when you end up at Derby. But yeah, for Newcastle last year, played a fair amount of games, got a few Premier League clean sheets. I think for us, it's kind of the perfect addition for what we're looking for right now. 6'3", a bit of a presence, just a solid championship level goalkeeper. Karl Darlow, welcome to Derby County. Next up, and this is one that's got me excited, even though if his face doesn't necessarily replicate that, looks like he's chewing on something. Hayden Roberts, welcome to the team. Physically phenomenal. Now, 5'10" is maybe the only concern, but physically really good. Jumping, reaching, heading again, maybe a little bit not all there, but I think you probably spotted it straight away. Just a really nice left-sided, well-rounded centre-back, and yeah, I'm really excited to use him actually. I think him and the player that we've got to play alongside him can form a really nice partnership. And again, to get him on loan for the year, 160k from Brighton, had a good year last year at Sunderland in League One, so it's a step up for him, but I think he's going to slot in perfectly. And yeah, delighted to have him in the team. Those mental attributes are chef's kiss, and pretty quick as well, which I like a lot. And only 20, so these technical attributes can definitely rise. Now, before we go any further, I really like Lee Buchanan, to the point where I thought, if we have an injury to Lee Buchanan, we need someone that's going to come in and play instead of him and still be just as good. So when Lee picked up a broken lower leg, oh dear, we saw him out for 3 to 5 months, I'd already signed this player, and I'm bloody happy that I did. Welcome to the side, Jordan Lukaku. A player I suspect is familiar to many of you. The 28-year-old joins us then, and is the perfect left back, really. One, to have him here as a backup was fine. He was a squad player, but now to play week in, week out. He's been at some big clubs, right? He's been at Anderlecht, he's been at Lazio, and now he joins us in the Championship at Derby County after some indifferent loan moves to Antwerp and Vicenza. Like, this is what we're looking for, really. I'm excited. I think we've got a player here that could have his best years at Derby. 28, of course. This is much like Welbeck in a way. This is your moment now. Be the superstar that you can be. You've got a 6-month period to prove to me you deserve to be playing week in, week out. The crossing and dribbling ability is hard to ignore. The strength, the physicality, like, it's exciting to have him in the squad. Really good teamwork as well. I think he's going to be potentially one of the stars of the season. I'm very excited. Jordan Lukaku, welcome to Derby County. And because of the injury to Lee Buchanan, very quickly I thought we need another left back. So for 6 months, we have Jake Vokins here as well to be the backup left back. Again, physically really good, very, very fast, and has got decent enough ability, again, to be the backup left back. We've now got 3. But he leaves after 6 months, and then Buchanan should come back in. But if Lukaku can hold down that spot, it's going to be tough for both of them. Now, 2 transfers I'm so excited about. I've got an abundance of midfielders, but when you play 3 or 4, that's not a problem. Moises Casado joins us then, and this is a player. Is it Moises? Probably Moses. Moises Casado. I think we've got a bit of a baller here, and if you've played into the future of Football Manager, you know that this guy becomes the guy. I want physical midfielders with the ability to dribble and drive forward and bring others into play at the same time. And this is that guy. I worry about his off the ball a little bit, right? There's probably a world in which he actually sits at the base of a midfield as a deep line playmaker at some stage. Of course, we've got a few different players to do that. But again, a real exciting midfield option for us. It means we've got a bit of a loan conundrum with the other guy that we've brought in. It becomes sensational for Brighton on the game. If you've got a Brighton save, I'm sure you're trying to work him into it, and he plays pretty quickly. He's like the next Basuma, some would say. And welcome to the side then. Again, a real good option for us. And that's not where it ends. Our final transfer of the summer is Karl Chukwuemeka. That's blimey. Karl Chukwuemeka. There we are. I'll get it out eventually. Aston Villa fans will be very, very familiar with him. An extremely well-rounded central midfielder. It's the perfect loan move for him, in my opinion. 18 years of age. This is where he belongs. Had an okay spell last year, but has grown as a player since being at Middlesbrough. And again, has that dribbling ability, that first touch, physically really good as well, and can definitely play a part in this season's promotion campaign, dare I say it? I think so. Welcome, Karl Chukwuemeka. Like him a lot. And that's not quite where the transfer business ends. Oh, no. We're looking at a few other options as well. From Blackpool, Marvin Ekpeteta, I think you'd say it. Again, really good physical defender. Like the look of him a lot. I think he would be a real good addition to our side. 26 years of age. A bid has gone in of 1.8 million. So he could be joining us very, very soon. And speaking of 1.8 million, Adam Armstrong as well. Coming in. Very, very pacey striker. Again, could play off the left as well. Just giving us a few more options. Again, I'm worried that if we don't have that striker option, and even if we couldn't change to it at some point, we're going to have problems. There could be a world in this series, and don't be surprised if it occurs, where he and Danny Welbeck form a partnership. At least I've said it. At least I've been honest. Could he be a central midfielder? That's what you've got to ask yourselves. Could he? And then that wraps up the transfers. So, no more to add, viewers. I know you've seen it. So the problem we have is you can only have 5 loan signings in the matchday squad. Yes, that is an issue. You're right. So one of my central midfield boys has to step aside because of how we're structuring. That's the wrong way around. Structuring our forward line and our midfield line. It's a bit of an issue that one of them has to sit out every so often. Jake Vokins, I do fear for you a little bit. But the squad is, while not necessarily as big as last year, and again, there's a reason we're looking at 3 other players to bring in, that being a couple of centre-backs and an extra striker. You can see central midfields-wise, we are set, I think is the word I would use. Bilic is there as well. He's obviously another central midfielder that we still have at the club. In terms of ability now, then Tom Lawrence, still at the top of the tree and has started the season absolutely fantastically. 4 goals in 5 games, 2 assists. I think he's currently in at right wing because of some issues we've got, but actually you can see there, midfield centre, 4 appearances, 4 goals, and an assist to his name, a 7.83 so far. But this is the nice thing, the versatility this squad offers us right now. I'm confident going into every game, and that's a super excited feeling. We're going to play Preston today. I know what you're thinking, oh God, he's just doing transfers. No, we'll play Preston as well. But this is not the lineup that's going to play. This is the lineup that's just played. So we're going to have a little play around, and we'll show you what we're going to start with. Oh, and then one more transfer as well, I don't think I mentioned, as I'm sort of messing about here a little bit. The big news, really, is that Jason Knight is back for another loan spell, another year. Welcome, Jason. Not leaving me. I don't know why Newcastle have signed him, really. He's my player, thank you. So, going into this first game of your season with me, of course, we've played some games already against Preston, a side that last year, you might remember me saying it, caused me endless problems. I'm obviously concerned about that. This is the lineup then. Karl Darlow will be in goal. Eberseli will start at right back for us today as Nathan Burn is still returning from an injury. Clark Salter and Roberts at the back with Lukaku filling in at left wing back, or left full back now. Bilic will play just behind Lawrence Knight in chair as Diangana and Danny Welbeck flank either side. Really good finishing ability, really good physical attributes. That makes me excited for the season. Eberseli struggling a little bit for fitness, but there aren't any other options at right back. So tough. Also, I don't know if Eboseli's more of a winger. Like, he doesn't really do defending. It's fine. It's fine. We currently find ourselves in 6th in the championship table after 3 games. And here we go then. Can we beat Preston? Aside, I would expect to be up and around there coming into the season. Right. What do you think? Comment section. This is where you come in now. What do you think of my transfer window so far? Still 17 million left to spend. I know what you're thinking. Why have you not spent the 17 million? 2 reasons. One, I'm hoping to get some big names towards deadline day. I'll see you tomorrow. And also, it's quite difficult to get players to come and play for Derby. Quite a few of the players I really wanted at the start of the window didn't fancy it. So that's I'm not even annoyed about it. I've not forgotten the names though. Oh no, I haven't. Some men that when I come up against them this season because they joined clubs in this division, I'll be referencing. Yes. All right then, here we go. Oh god, Preston are playing a 3 at the back system. Don't tell me everyone's figured us out and knows exactly how to play against us now. That would be bad. Derby then. Look, this year. Is it bold to say promotion? I think based on what we did last year and the fact I think we have a better squad this year, the playoffs have got to be the target. Obviously, there could be some playoff heartbreak, as this half so far, by the way, has been as drab can be. Do you remember the game at the back end of last season? It's level with that at the moment. Goodness me. Turns out me not playing a striker and then playing 3 centre-backs, not that thrilling on the eye, viewers. It's 0-0 at half-time. I don't feel like they need to change anything right now, though. By the way, creator of this tactic, Matt Blanco, has changed these central midfielders to Segundo Volantes, either side of the deeper player. Unbelievable, that man. How do I keep up? All right, finally a highlight. I don't really care. Wearing the reverse Norwich kit, we find Preston as they are finally attempting to maybe come at us, and hopefully that means they leave a little bit of space in the middle as well. I am persevering with the 3 central midfield tactic. Now, whether I will be able to persevere with it the entire season will probably be quite results dependent. I definitely think there's scope for us to use it for the whole season. I definitely think it could be applied or parrots in there, and I don't know who I'm more annoyed at, viewers. The central defender for having a break, for just going out, tea break, lads? Is that all right? Yeah, no, a bit annoyed at you, fella. Or Karl Darlow for forgetting that goalkeepers can use their arms. A virus, frankly, that haunts many championship goalkeepers. As Troy Parrott goes forwards, and Karl Darlow goes, I'll run towards this, and I'll make 0 effort to actually stop it going in the goal. It's 1-0 Preston, and at this point, viewers, it's already happening. We're going to play a striker now, aren't we? All right, Danny Welbeck's going to go out there and play up front. And then I'm still going to keep the 3 central players on attack duty. But now we have I'm going to call him the main distraction, Danny Welbeck. All right, so we're still very attacking. The front 5, or front 6 even, are still going for this. We've got 20 minutes to go. This is the thing. I guess when you play 3 central midfielders, there's always the option. But as documented a few times, playing against 3 at the back systems with this tactic is really ineffective, and I must try and find a way to either have a plan B, which we've talked about before, and many of you said striker, bring in a striker to play against them, or equally just find a way to tune the 3 central midfielder tactic to be better against 3 at the back systems, as that's a big chance by Diang there, and he's let me down. Let himself down mainly, but he's also let me down. Neither of us feel good about it. That's the long and short of it. As ball played forward again, Roberts this time with a good header. Well, he's learning. See, learning. Jason Knight on it as well now. Diang as he brings the ball forward. We would love Danny Welbeck to be the hero here, by the way. Eboseli, he's got pace, he's got rhythm. Can he get down that right hand side and put across the ball? And he can. Danny Welbeck's under it, but it wasn't a very good climb. Casado, Eboseli's not a finisher towards Danny Welbeck. Chair, the man who's 5'3" has a headed opportunity. Why? Also, I've not shouted the word chair with so much excitement ever, really, other than when you were in year 6 and then the year 7s would go to big school a little bit early, and then you would get to sit on the chairs at the back of assembly and you'd go chair, but it was a different vibe. God, I miss being 10. All right, Preston with some nice possession here, but it's a case of can we get it back and actually start something. Our press here is a little lackluster. Like, I don't mind them having to force the ball forward with big clearances. That's not a problem for us at all. But this is Preston, and Preston play quite a technical, quite a smart, quite a patient style of play, and you're seeing it in action right now. As again, the defending there. It's like, I've said this before in video, it's like it's optional for the defense. They're going, I could do it, couldn't I? You know, it's quite a big game. There's probably, don't want to embarrass Ben and his new signings and his waste of a summer whatever. Against some teams, this works really well. And against others, well, we lose to Blackpool. So I don't know if that's... I want this to be good all the time. The thing I'm struggling with, and like I'm not certain on it, is where do the players have to be excellent? Where are the 2 or 3 positions that have to be the most influential, as Earl has another shot on goal and Preston continue to try and get something? I'm not overly sure. Like, you feel like Tom Lawrence is obviously a major part of everything we're doing, but this game, have we seen him touch the ball? I don't think so. I mean, I could have probably made another change. You know, Asaidi on, Max Bird on, just as fresh legs. But we've got 90 minutes to go, and it's more than likely Preston will score again. The time has really ticked away here. We've got 50 seconds to change everything. Asaidi's on, as are a few different of our players then. As Casado, inside, fly like Max Bird. Here we go. Now we're working. Danny Welbeck. Oh, why have we've all just massively forgotten what we're doing? 30 seconds to go, and I'm not going to lie, viewers, I thought that was the big moment. As Max Bird into Asaidi. Oh, it goes back to the goalkeeper again. We've had more chances in the last 10 seconds. Don't know what's going on, really. As Ebaseli, not finished yet. Fly like Max Bird into Asaidi. Every through ball's over here. Well, that's going to be that, isn't it? Preston are going to win. And what a transfer window. I hope you left your comments before the game. We've had a higher XG and we've had more shots, and that makes us the real winners. But you can see where they've been good, though. This little 5-piece here have just played out of their skins, and we've not been able to do anything. Blimey, they've basically, it feels a little bit like they've scouted me and they've planned exactly for stopping me, and it's worked, really. So 4 games in, we have won 2, lost 2, and this season could go either way, couldn't it? Oh, and now the board want to stop the signing of... Well, I've talked my way through every single one. I think we should reconsider this as an option, please. Fair enough. Happy for the transfer. That's easy. They really don't care, do they? Just trying to make a point. Just trying to make themselves seem important. Right, how much does he want? Hang on. Stay with me, viewers. Humour me. How much does... I don't want to say his name. He that cannot be named. Because if you name him, then it becomes real, doesn't it? And we don't want that. But there's some good news. Adam Armstrong. Now that is potentially a championship game changer. He's very, very good. 1.8 million. Adam Armstrong joins us and adds himself to an already growing list. And Marvin Ekpiteka is also there as well. I didn't say that right at all. Ekpiteta, Marvin Ekpiteta. There. It's fine. Another big signing for us, though, and makes us significantly stronger at the back. Now, I've still not talked to who you cannot be named. What's going on? Transfer offer's gone in. What? And I thought it was all fine and happy. Have they not said anything yet? They now want 1.8 million. Oh, for heaven's sake. All right, he wants a massive contract. This is it wants to be a fringe player on 59 grand a week. I'll offer you 1.3k, as that's what we can afford. As if he's still negotiating with me. How desperate is he to leave? Goodness me. I can't do it. I can't do it, Phil Jones, all right? I can't do it. That concludes the episode. So if you enjoyed today, do leave a like on it and let me know your transfer thoughts. That game could have gone better, but let me know. And I'll see you tomorrow for deadline day. We love with care. I'll see you again soon. It could be manic. It doesn't always go well. Here's to a good week. Cheers. I've got nothing in my hand. Doesn't really make sense.